Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your TNA Event Center Wrestling Report. And now here's the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode 2025. It's Adventure Time, by the way. I gotta get that away. I'm like, only rang 3 times. It was like 11 times. Well, 2025 is here, as you know, and we're on top of things already. A lot of things are happening. A lot of things happening. The winter has not been that bad, with all, because the most snow we got is up to like 4.5, 5 inches tops, and that was this past weekend. And rumor has it we might get more of the same kind of weather this coming Saturday, but on Sunday it's all going to get wiped out with rain. Especially all the downpours that could be happening going on. So we got that going. Let's talk about what happened in AEW. Not AEW, TNA. TNA. It's TNA. What am I thinking? AEW. I'm thinking I got AEW on the brain because I got the lovely Harley Cameron on my shirt. Doesn't she look gorgeous or what? I love Harley Cameron. But let's get right to it. They kicked off with the world title matchup. Joe Hendry defending it against something. And Joe Hendry ended up walking away with a victory, retained the title. And then Nick Nemeth's younger brother Ryan comes out and starts running his mouth about how Hendry's not worthy of being a champion and all that. And Nick Nemeth comes out. Nick Nemeth comes out and starts. Ryan Nemeth starts running his mouth, and then Santino Marella comes out to try to stop Ryan and tries, because he's not in the mood for some shenanigans. Nick Nemeth comes out, super kicks something, and I think when Jake something probably went after Santino or whatnot. Then Nick Nemeth tries to super kick something again, but then all of a sudden he ends up hitting Santino Marella by accident. And then Ryan Nemeth, who basically started this crap, decided to was pushed by Joe Hendry, who was very upset about it. And Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry were checking up on Santino, make sure he was okay. And then the Nemeth brothers in the back were talking to Santino Marella. Nick apologized and said, Nick, you and I have known each other for about 20 years, but it's very difficult for me to do this. But I have to do it because I'm the director of authority. I gotta make sure everything is safe. I gotta be impartial. I'm suspending you just 4 weeks, and that's it. And then Nick Nemeth was like, you know what, I'm sorry. And he walked away. And then all of a sudden Ryan Nemeth goes, I'll hold down the fort for you. I think Ryan Nemeth is trying to be in the business for himself, because I think in reality, I think Ryan Nemeth's like Owen Hart to Bret Hart almost. Being jealous of the older brother doing all the accolades and all that, and Ryan gets none of it. And that's going to play a humongous role into that. So it's going to be, anyways. So there's that situation. I want to give you an update on Chris Bay. Chris Bay, he's part of TNA. I think you've heard it on Rant and Ray. We had a great time on Rant and Ray. It was a lot of fun. I had trouble with the stupid tablet again, but finally got it working. Then me making fun of protesters. That was a little hilarious thing, I'm protesting, just hilarious, trying to be funny and all. Chris Bay updated us with a video that he is rehabbing and he's trying to learn how to walk again. He got up and started walking a little bit, and it was an awesome thing to see. And he says he's thanking everybody that has helped him and supported him, and he's going to continue doing this. And I said, So, Chris Bay, if you're watching this, please take all the time you need, sir. You went in there. The cool thing is you say you feel ashamed. You don't need to feel ashamed. You work. Just being there with your heroes, the Hardys. That's an ultimate honor. And I'm sure the Hardys are thinking of you, and they love you. I know Ace Austin loves you, and I know Brittany Brooks, his girlfriend. I think she's also a wrestler. Is standing by him, and we love you, Chris Bay. Hope you return, brother, and hope you be better than ever. You are Mr. Finesse, So yeah, we miss Chris Bay in wrestling, and so George Iceman, the personal concierge, was addressing the San Antonio crowd, introducing Hash and Heather by Elegance, and went up against the former NWA Women's Tag Team Champions, the King Bees, and I'm going to Google them because I was trying, and let's see. I mean, just give me a second here, folks. And let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Nope. Let's see. Oh, King Bees. That's what I was looking for. King Bees. King Bees. That's a musical group. NWA. All right. The King Bees consist of Charity King and Danny B. That's right. Charity King and Danny B, the former NWA Women's Tag Team Champions. They lost the belts to the It Girls, I do believe. And the By Elegance Corporation, that would be Ash and Heather. Ash and Heather by Elegance won the matchup, and they tried to humiliate the King Bees after the matchup, but then Spitfire decides to chase them away. Leon Slater was on the phone, but then he said, I got to call you back. He talked to the Hardys, and the Hardys, he said, thank you for letting me team with you. And then Matt and Jeff gave him the biggest endorsement, ever, and they were encouraging him and all that. And he goes, hey, I started training at 9 because of you guys. Well, you got us beat, 12 and 15, and they were talking about how hard they trained and all that. And to see Leon Slater get to listen to the Hardys, and for that young man to learn from the Hardys, and having a team with them and all, is an ultimate honor. It's refreshing to see that. Matt Hardy, Matt and Jeff, gave him a lot of love. You see, we talk about faith. Joe Hendry talks about believe. I see promise. And that's a really cool thing to see Matt Hardy. And then Leon says, I won't let you guys down, and just give him some dap and love, and it's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable to see that, and it's really refreshing. Then Mustafa Ali and his crew finally, they finally got, the good hands to be the Secret Service, and Tasha Steeles did a little press conference, and Tommy Dreamer interrupts them. He's saying, it's not me that's going to fight. He points at Mike Santana. What, you expect me to sit here? So that Sami Callihan went one-on-one with Frankie Kazarian, but Callihan was blindsided before the match by Mance Warner and Steph DeLander. And then, Callihan crawled to the ring and was thinking about giving Kazarian the victory by forfeit. And then Callihan made to the ring, and the referee says, "Are you sure you want to go for the?" Callihan grabs the referee and says, "Dude, ring the bell." Ring the bell, but despite that, Kazarian ended up winning the matchup. And then Callihan calls out Mance Warner after the match, and both men start a brawl, and security tries to break it up. Gia Miller interviewed Josh Alexander for about his final match in TNA against Eric Young, and Josh Alexander's going to go out there and try to win. JDC, once again talking to Leon Slater. Leon Slater says, no, I told you. I promised the Hardys I won't let him down. And so there's that. Xia Brookside went one-on-one with Cora Jade. As you know, Xia Brookside was once upon a time an NXT UK standout, but in the end, Cora Jade ended up winning that matchup. But Ariana Grace was talking to Tessa Blanchard, and Tessa Blanchard kind of snapped at her. And I'm going, oh boy, maybe Tessa Blanchard should make a visit to NXT. And Tessa Blanchard was part of was in NXT for a bit. She lost a match to Alexa Bliss. She was part of the Mae Young Classic when she lost in the first round to Kairi Sane in the first ever inaugural Mae Young Classic. But then Blanchard snaps at Grace, and then Morella confronts Blanchard and tells Blanchard, "You're going to wrestle your first match, there are going to be consequences." And she goes, "What are you going to do to me?" So the Rascals address Wes Lee and his crew, Tyreek Igwe, Tyson DuPont. They call it Wes Lee. Wes Lee says, "You guys are crazy. You know what?" But then Ace Austin comes out and then distracting Wes Lee, Igwe, and DuPont, and then the Rascals jumped them, and all 6 men went at it. But in the end, Wes Lee, DuPont, and Igwe kind of stood tall. Then the First Class, they cut promo about becoming TNA Tag Team Champions. Are they facing the Hardys? Who knows for sure. And then the Knockouts title was on the line. Monster Slamovich versus Savannah Evans. Tessa Blanchard was watching the match in the back. And Savannah Evans and Monster Slamovich went at it. Heck of a matchup, but Slamovich did win in the end. Main event, Josh Alexander versus Eric Young. And Josh Alexander's final matchup. Of course, it took the Northern Armory, Judas Icarus, and Travis Williams to get involved and costing Josh Alexander the match, giving Young the victory. So where does Josh Alexander go from here? AEW, WWE, via NXT? Who knows where Josh Alexander may end up? We'll find out. As you know, this Saturday is Vengeance Day, and on tomorrow's episode with Children with Jordy, because we're moving it to, he's moved it to Friday, tomorrow again, because of the fact that Vengeance Day is on that day. So what's going to happen is that we're going to make a picks and predictions, and then I will do it on the SmackDown video as well. So be for tomorrow. So be well aware of that. Also, tomorrow we got Bullseye, and then to celebrate Valentine's Day, what I did was I decided to compile a list of my favorite Valentines. So it's been my favorite ladies that I wish they were my Valentines, but I have no shot at them in 3 different separate lists. I'm going to do separate episodes for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977 on top of the Shenanigan charts. A segment on that. One will be my favorite TV actresses or movie actresses. The other one, my personal top 10 favorite female singers. And 3, my personal top 10 favorite female wrestlers. Most of y'all know who they are. In fact, need I say more? Alright? So I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful and blessed night. Get some sleep, and we may have another winter storm happening. Was this coming Saturday? But I have Saturday off, so I got nothing to worry about. They say 3 to 5 inches, but then it'll all change over to rain on Sunday. So I'm going to get out tomorrow morning. I'm probably going to have to worry about just, rain. So I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow for an episode of Bullseye. Hopefully I can do better against that rotten lightning. So until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Beaufort Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.